Hi, in this video for the Ferguson Ariva 150 combo receiver, we're basically going to show you how you can upgrade the firmware. So to do this, obviously you'll have copied it onto a memory stick and you put it in the USB port on the front or the back of the box. You simply go into menu, arrow over here as far, excuse me, as tools, go to upgrade by USB, and what you want to do is from this upgrade mode, you can go through all the ones here, but basically the one you want is all code and bootloader. And why I say a blank memory stick is, and put the file on it, you don't want any confusion with different versions of different things. You know, you just want the one file and you can't go wrong. Having said that, where you could go wrong is you need to be absolutely sure you're actually putting on official firmware for this box, which is the Ferguson Ariva 150. The official versions will be available from the Ferguson website, but just make sure you're actually getting the right firmware for the right box. So that's the only place you can really go wrong. So you can see it's a .abs. Now this version I'm just happen to be doing here is v1.25b8, but just arrow down here and kick off start. So when you do that, then it'll just go through the procedure, and what you'll see is, is a progress bar showing you how it's going along. So it might take a minute or two, and when it finishes then it'll reboot, and what it'll do then at that stage, it'll just come back up with a default system. But if you are doing an actual firmware upgrade that doesn't include a channel list, it's just the basic firmware, what you want to do at that point then is actually perform a factory reset after doing it. Just in case there's any, sometimes when you do upgrades of firmware, it doesn't quite take until you do the factory uptake or the factory reset after it. So it's just to be aware of that. So you can see there's about 50% gone through now at the moment. So what I'd say maybe minute and a half to 2 minutes for that to go through. So I'm just going to let it go through and let it boot back up again. And what I'll say about when it is finished, the upgrade, what you would do, I mentioned before, is do the factory reset after it. There's another video in our series on the tvtrade.ie website showing you how to do the factory reset after it. It's a very quick process again. So that's basically it. So you can see there now it's just coming up near the end. And the box will reboot, and actually the Ferguson Ariva 150 it has a fairly speedy boot time, so you'll see it come up here in a second now with a splash screen with its logo, and then it won't be long then after that till it comes back up into the default menu system. And there you go. That's basically in a nutshell how you would upgrade the firmware on the Ferguson Ariva 150 combo receiver from tvtrade.ie.